All right, time for another DraftPhysics.com. DebatePhysics.com also, but again, as stated, the debate it just becomes ridiculous. People can't do anything honest. They can't make an honest statement. They can't say they can't do or say anything in any kind of honest way. Every single thing they touch or speak about or look at is just a grotesque lie and deception. So this will be the last Ryan Gosling video, I promise, for a while. Just pathetic. I mean, I've made 2 videos pointing out that the whole point is to extract the energy from the wheel and to do it as quickly as possible, frankly, as quickly as you can get the energy out. Because if you don't do it, then the bearing is going to distort your results. So the very idea is to get the energy out quickly. And he keeps doing exactly the opposite. He just makes things that go tick, tick, tick. Yeah, he's just making things that go tick, little ticky sounds. Tick, 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 tick. That's it. No energy. He's not pulling any energy out. He's just making it make a little bit of a sound, a little tiny sound. So, I mean, what's the point? Like, there's no point in talking to people this fucking stupid. I mean, it's belligerently stupid. I mean, I explained it in every way I could possibly explain it. You need to take the energy out. The idea isn't to leave the energy in the wheel. The idea is to take the energy out. Oh, God damn. So, look, watch this. It's just, I didn't watch the video yet. I just saw him do this, and I said, what? He's doing the same bullshit again. Tick, 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 tick. So it's barely hitting. Barely hitting.
Here we are again.
Absolutely no point. So if he did it, spun the wheel without the ticker, I bet you it would spin 99% the same number of times. So if it spins 100 times, it'll spin 98 with the ticker. The ticker's not taking any energy out of the wheel. It's useless. It's pointless. It's not doing anything. Oh, God. I can't. It's so fucking stupid. And look at the lie title again. Double the velocity, quadruple the energy. That's not what you're proving. What you're proving is you can't do basic logic and reasoning. You're incapable, okay? Because it's been explained to you actually 3 times now that the objective is to get the energy out. I pointed out joule. The whole point is to get the energy out of the object and put it in a container where you can measure it. The container is the ticker. That's what's supposed to absorb the energy. It's not supposed to not absorb the energy. Your goal is not to make something that absorbs as little energy as possible. Your goal is to make something that absorbs the most energy possible without defeating the whole, without it being catastrophically hard to move. What an idiot.
Unimpeded by new plastic resistance.
Yeah, exactly. Unimpeded. Okay, you're calling it fucking resistance, and then you say unimpeded by the resistance. Well, then what's the fucking point? If it's unimpedable resistance, then it's not resistance, is it? It's not taking the energy, is it? Oh, quite obviously. And you still can't figure it out. Again, after 3 fucking videos, you still can't figure out the objective. Amazing liar. And especially after I pointed out, you just move the thing closer, it bends more, you'll take out more energy. I pointed out his lie in the last video about saying how it either stops completely or it doesn't take any energy at all, which was just a grotesque lie. And he's still doing this. And these morons in the comments, you see how you have no integrity, Despar? You see how you have no integrity, Michael? To sit there and say and reward him for making an idiotic video. I mean, it's idiotic. And you fucking morons can't figure this out, that little ticker isn't taking any energy out of the wheel? That it's not really slowing it down at all, that it's not taking the energy, it's not friction. He hasn't replaced the bearings friction with some other source of friction. You haven't figured that the fuck out? Oh, God damn it.
We'll do 156 of the revolutions.
Right, so that's not your goal. Your goal isn't to see how many revolutions you can make it revolve with your ticker on it. That's not the goal, shithead. Your goal was to cut 80 into 8. That's what you were looking for. You were looking to try to create a resistance that would knock it down by 90%. That would actually absorb the energy.
100 RPM.
Idiot.
I've got to try and keep the two speeds down. I think the faster the RPMs, the more we're losing to the wind resistance, the air resistance, which we know goes at this, roughly the square of the...
Whatever. I mean, the air resistance is, again, irrelevant. Well, if you take the weights off, especially. The weights aren't helping any, so yes, that is hurting you.
speed. So it really disfavors the fast-moving wheel.
All right, so we know that, look, we know air resistance isn't what this is about. It's about the bearing, okay? You know that the bearing absorbs the energy eventually, okay? You put the extra weight on it means you have a lot more energy to dissipate. So, yes, of course, it rotates more times because there's a lot more energy to get rid of. God damn, this guy is stupid.
And now because I've got this sort of thicker thing on, it's a bit like a wind...
It's about nothing. Yes, it's about nothing.
It's got a nice bit of flex.
Oh, says you it does. Yeah, it has nothing. I couldn't rotate 80 times if you were taking the energy out. You still can't figure this out. God, what an idiot.
As you can see by the way it springs back. So we're taking off a good chunk of energy each time.
You just conceded that it's low resistance. You're unimpeding it with the resistance, and then he's saying, "Oh, it's a good amount of resistance." No, it's not nearly sufficient. Is the point?
Okay, and we're going to do, to keep the speed down, we're going to do 40 and 80.
Yeah, and do it 40 and 80 without the ticker, and then do 40 and 80 with the ticker. And what you're going to find is you're not taking out nearly enough energy with the ticker. You haven't changed the experiment enough. Idiot. I don't even know why it's doing it this way, right? I mean, obviously he should have the thing the other way around. Shouldn't have the ticking thing on the wheel. The bending thing. I assume he's counting.
1, 2.
Oh, he's waiting.
4, 5, 6. 6.
At whatever.
43 RPMs. I'll try and get it on the 40.
43, he said. This isn't 80. I don't know what he's doing.
1, 2, 3.
He should, the other thing is so obvious. He should leave his little device on the wheel, to get the RPMs, because then he can see when it goes half the speed. He can't even figure that out.
4, 5, 6. Still 43.
And now he's holding the light way inside here for some reason. Why is he doing that? But doesn't seem clever, but whatever. It probably doesn't matter as long as the thing isn't measuring it, as long as he's got it straight. But who knows what kind of angle he has it at.
44. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that was 40 RPM.
So why did he choose this 40 thing, right? He was doing 100 and before. Now, why did he change the numbers? You have to ask the question. Why?
Now then, I suppose Gary would say that we don't...
Gary would say that this is a shit experiment. Gary would say, first, why don't you do it without your ticker, and then do it with your ticker? Because the whole point is you have to reduce the number of times it rotates by a significant amount, like 90%. And then you know that your ticker is actually extracting most of the energy, not the bearing. I explained that in the video.
You get about 12 at double the RPM. Let's see. We get down to 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 4 6s are 24. Do it again?
Yes, please. Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So you can see that it really isn't being retarded by the little ticker. It's not nearly enough energy it's taking out. So this is just testing the bearing again. I mean, look how slow it's turning, and it's not even being at all retarded by the little tiny bit of energy it's taking out.
22. So anyway, I could carry on doing this, but we're obviously...
Yeah, so obviously you're just going to keep cheating. So yeah, that's the obvious thing. I make 3 videos explaining how to do it right, and you still won't do it right. All right? And it's clear you're just a pathetic liar, because you could easily, and I know you already have, you could easily move that device in and out and make it click more, take more energy out. And you conceded. You did it, and it doesn't work to your advantage. That's what you already conceded. You conceded, oh, it stops the wheel entirely. Well, no, it didn't. It lowered the number of rotations, meaning it took the energy out in big, giant chunks that at least were the same size. All right? And that's what you don't like, is because the fucking experiment doesn't come out your way then. So you're just clearly just engineering it to be a fake. Any idiot can see it's a fake. All right, take your ticker off, spin it at 40 revolutions and see how many times it spins. And then spin it at 80 revolutions, see how many times it spins. And see how you haven't changed a motherfucking thing, you stupid cunt. I mean, changing it by 5% isn't, that means you've only taken 5% of the energy out through the ticker, and the 95% is still being taken away by the bearing, you idiot. Oh, god damn it.
Be getting near to the 4 to 1 as we would expect.
Yeah, no, you would expect, because you're a fucking idiot.
So I think this should draw this to a conclusion.
Amazing. Yeah, write the paper. I can't wait for you to write the scientific paper about how you prove something with this absolute piece of shit fucking goddamn experiment. So write your paper, because it'll give me the opportunity to write the editorial saying, gee, what a pile of shit.
We could move on.
I think the editors will figure out that it's a pile of shit, frankly. But who knows?
On to something else. But
yeah, go fuck yourself. God, what a fucking goddamn weasel. What a waste of goddamn time. You make 3 videos explaining the concept, and he didn't listen to any of it. He didn't pay the least bit of attention, because that's not his agenda. His agenda isn't to do it right. His agenda isn't to do science. His agenda is to fake it. Okay? And so pretend, oh, look, I have a little ticker. It makes a little tiny sound. And again, his own words. Let's just play it from the beginning again. Just, he says it right here.
Unimpeded by my new plastic.
Unimpeded by my new plastic. So he's just pointing out how obviously this isn't doing shit. This is obviously not much resistance. It's completely unimpeded by the resistance. Well, the point is to be as impeded as possible. Your whole point here is to make that thing take most of the energy. Not the least amount of energy, the most amount of energy. You dumb fuck. All right, so this is it. That's it. I'm just not doing this. I'm not doing this every day. Debunk the lying piece of scum. Well, fuck that. You all have no credibility. You people can't honestly say this is a lousy and rotten way to pull the energy out, that there's absolutely no way he's pulling 90% of the energy out through that ticker. His obligation is to pull 90% of the energy out through the little ticker thing. Okay, do you think that's what happened in these experiments? You fucking liars. And you're going to reward this asshole. Great experiment. Oh, such hard work. Oh, you're doing such a great job. What great job? He's lying to you, okay? Again, he's lying. He says that when he did it before with the little straw, it was only 2 choices. The straw stopped the wheel entirely, or it didn't do anything at all. Those were the only 2 ways it worked. There was no way he couldn't adjust it in any way to make it reduce, create enough friction to knock the rotations down by the 90% number. No, he couldn't do that. Do you believe that lie? God, you people are just such scum. Alright, enough of a video. Fuck you people. Just fuck you. Fuck this bullshit. This is what the defenders of science resort to. This is science. This is probably what really goes on. I mean, it's Professor Lewin with his blobs of clay. I mean, all they want to do is fucking prove the lie. They're not interested in finding the truth. Fucking bullshit.